thanks for the introduction. First of all, I would like to just give a brief description of whatever I have done in the field of green chemistry, which will be very interesting for you also, because we are talking in this very important platform. I worked earlier on medicinal plants, which is this work is still going on, and I identified two species, Flamingia macrophylla and Caria arborea. These two species, they showed anti-hyperglycemic effect, and I did some pharmacological testing for them also. And after that, we tried to see that what is the compound important for this effect, and we could see that a metformin-like compound is present in the species, and later we tried to isolate it, and we have isolated it, and characterization is going on. So my US patent and Indian patents so far have been granted on the first two success in this direction. And the two new applications which have been filed are on how to isolate this metformin-like compound from the species, which is again a very important finding. And this finding has been passed to industry also, and the development of drug is in process. So diabetes, which is a very alarming disease in the globe at present, we are trying to find some remedy for it. Now today, here at this platform, I am going to speak on my work, which I have just started rather, and the findings are very interesting. So I thought that it's a privilege to talk about this here in this crowd. And this is the development of sisal fiber reinforced cement composites as substitute of asbestos cement composites. And definitely it is a green chemical approach. As we all know, that need for economical, sustainable, and safe shelter is being well pronounced globally, and numerous challenges are unaddressed to produce some eco-friendly construction material which are structurally safe and durable. We all admit this. Since I am talking of asbestos and everyone is knowing that it is being used for roofing purpose, so I am concentrating on this part. Roofing is one of the most important component in housing, especially in low-income groups. Alone, it represents more than 25 to 30% of total construction cost of a house. And in India, since I am from India, mostly asbestos cement roofing sheets are being used as one of the major roofing elements. And since, as you know, that the population, as per the population, there's need of millions of tons of asbestos roofing products. And we all know it now that use of asbestos fiber for making asbestos cement roofing sheets causes many health problems. It is a carcinogenic material too, it is well established. Asbestos group of naturally occurring hydrated materials, silicates, has been shown to induce fibrosis, lung cancer, and other kinds of intestinal cancer. And long exposure to high concentration of asbestos fiber is more likely to cause health problems. Replacement of asbestos fibers is seen as an area of priority research particularly in developing countries, where apart from health problems, low-cost materials are urgently needed. Use of synthetic fiber frequently, higher cost and greater consumption of energy in the processing of fiber reinforce cement composites. Now, there is great need to replace asbestos by some eco-friendly materials. And we all know that plant fibers are renewable, eco-friendly, and have good mechanical properties too. Plant fibers, an appropriate alternative to asbestos, they deal with eco-friendly processing. As far as environment is concerned, it is safe since the plant fibers, they require little energy with no toxic waste. Now, the use of fiber as reinforcing materials in cement-based composite is being widely explored at present. The challenge facing mankind today is focused on how to utilize natural organic fibers available locally in producing materials that would be appropriate for many low-cost constructions, especially in developing countries. We can't leave them. Now, fiber in cement, why we use fiber in cement composites? Fiber in cement serves as crack arrestor, which can create a stage of low crack propagations. Now, the International Year of Natural Fiber in 2009 that aimed at raising global awareness of the importance of natural fibers, not only to producers and industry, but also to consumers and the environment too. It is very important. Now, if we look at the variety of natural fibers, we know this cellulose, then wool, silk, asbestos, mineral fiber, asbestos. Then here we seed hair fibers like cotton, kapok, coir, bast fibers, or these are being used for different purposes. And leaf fibers, this is sisal fiber. We have taken for our experiment this leaf fiber, sisal fiber, which is obtained from the leaves of plant sisal. This is sisal plant. The species is Agave cislana and family is Agaveaceae. Sisal has got wide applications. Presently, it is being used in ropes, cordage, twines, cables, anchors, binders, fabrics, the hats, sandals. Many applications are there. And the waste of sisal fiber is used for making paper, paperboard, biogas, electricity, etc. So if we use this fiber, the process is eco-friendly, no threat to environment. Now, one thing I would like to say here that sisal fiber may be acceptable as substitute for asbestos as reinforcement in cement-based composites. And I have tried this here. Sisal fiber is one of the widely available natural fiber. It is eco-friendly, good mechanical strength, locally available, and easy cultivation in all climatic conditions, and viable substitute for asbestos-based roofing sheets, which I have already told you earlier. Again, why you are selecting this sisal? What are the reasons? If we just in a nutshell say low density, high specific strength, renewable resource, biodegradable, Thermal and acoustic insulation, again very important. Xerophyte, abundantly grown in wastelands and conserved soils, requires minimum maintenance. Biorenewable material withstands many agroecological conditions. Again, continuous fiber production for 6 to 8 years requires no fertilizer, herbicides, or insecticides. Largest export potential for ropes and binder twines, it's being done. Excellent engineering properties, lightweight, high strength. And it competes with high-end engineering product while having tremendous employment potential too. Now here how we extract this fiber. Actually, use of sisal is not new, it's quite old. But what we are trying is something new, which I am going to tell you, trying to use it in place of asbestos mineral. This is a respirator machine. We can extract fiber in a number of ways, like retting, boiling, and the mechanical one is by this machine, respirator machine. Here is the machine. You can see how the fiber is being taken out from the leaf of sisal plant. And the cost of run of this machine, you can just see. The respirator run by electric motor is efficient, versatile, safe, and labor and cost effective too. It takes minimum time and is an eco-friendly process. About 96% residues available after extraction of fiber is useful for other applications, like biogas generation, composting, isolation of hicogenin, which is a steroid, and also being used for making paper, paper boards, and biodegradable polymers, wax, etc. There are many uses of it too. Now here, after extracting the fiber, here is the combing machine. Actually, I am telling you, we have just started this work, and the results are so encouraging that I couldn't stop myself to come here and present this work here. Here is the combing machine, which just straightens it. Again, the combing machine. So from the sisal plant, from the leaves, this way, long fibers are extracted. You can see how beautiful are the fibers too. Now, sisal fiber, the green material, exceptionally durable, with low maintenance and minimum wear and tear, tough for textiles and fabrics. Again, I am saying biodegradable too. Easily grown in every climatic, covering subhumid to arid and semi-arid regions. Sisal is the 6th most commonly produced fiber globally, accounts for 2% of the world's plant fiber production. Sisal plant survives in almost all soil types. As far as the input cost is concerned, least for its survival, regeneration, and maintenance on sustainable basis. Tolerates prolonged droughts and high temperature also. And it yields parallel fibers, as I shown you. If we look at the physico-chemical parameters, you can see the tensile strength, tensile modulus, elongation at break, moisture content, density, because all these are needed if you want to just make some product of it, because ultimately it has to be commercialized too. Phytochemical analysis showed carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, hydrogen, all the percentages are here. here is the percentage of cellulose, lignin, hemicellulose. Then we chopped the fiber. It is something new which we have done, because we are trying to just make it a substitute of asbestos. So we chopped it, and here is the chopped sisal fiber. And now the question arises, what should be the length of this chopped fiber? So what we did, we tested it till 22 to 25 millimeters, and we could see the best result at 5 millimeter size of the chopped fiber. So we continued our work with 5 millimeter size. After chopping, the fiber is given alkali treatment with 5% sodium hydroxide, and then thorough washing with water to just remove excess alkali. And then excess alkali was neutralized, and finally dried in an oven at 50 degrees centigrade. And now here also we will have to see the cost of this drying process, because we are trying to just produce some low-cost product. The sisal fiber is then mixed with cement and fly ash to develop sisal fiber reinforced cement composite. The green material was reinforced with cement. We have made two types of composites, one with cement and other with cement and the fly ash both. As we all know that fly ash is the industrial waste of power plants. Here is the mixer. You can just see how we are mixing it. First we just mix the chopped fiber, cement, and then slowly water is added to it. And here is the composite setting mold. You can see how the mixture has been poured over it, and here is the hand press machine with which it is pressed, and the pressure is kept at 1500 pounds per meter square. So sisal fiber cement composite has sisal fiber 20 grams, cement 700 grams, water, and here is the details of pressure in the process. And in sisal fiber cement fly ash composite, here are the composition of the mixture. We have added fly ash and reduced the amount of cement, and this way we get the sheets. And you can just see the pictures of these sheets. And apparently by seeing it, there is no demarcation between which one is a cement composite and which one is cement fly ash composite. Here is the sisal fiber cement fly ash composite. We are trying to add fly ash to it and to reduce the percentage of cement in it. Now under testing, within a month this work will be over, and we are testing all the moisture analysis, water absorption, morphological studies will be done, tensile strength, flexural strength, elongation, and break, because all these are very needed if we are going to use it for roofing purposes. So what we see that what we are doing is finally utilization of a locally renewable resource as a substitute of carcinogenic asbestos fiber, and this present proposed development may open new avenue to use sisal fiber cement sheets in building where presently asbestos cement sheets are being used globally. And definitely, in my opinion, it is an innovative and inclusive developmental approach. It's my biography, you know it. So finally, thank you very much for your patient hearing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, do you have any questions for the speaker? Oh, right over here.
I believe one of the issues with asbestos and its toxicity is due to the particle size when it's breathed in. I was wondering, is during the cutting process of your long fibres, do you do any analysis to see if there's any very fine particle residue that's actually formed in that process?
Just please repeat your question. Just and a bit be slow. Please be a bit slow.
I believe one of the issues with asbestos and its toxicity is due to when there's very small particles, very short fibres are actually prepared, especially when the asbestos fibre gets disturbed and broken apart. So my question would be that during your processing of your sisal fibres, are you sure that you're not also making very small, short fibres which are then going into your material?
Yes, it's a very good question. We are just we are testing all these aspects, and finally, when the product is done with all these details, still it has to be just calculated and seen and observed. So, yeah.
The second question is that in the presentation you state that the material is biodegradable.
Yeah.
What test does it pass to say that, so you can state it's biodegradable?
Use of sisal is not new. It's already being used in many products. So it is biodegradable. There is no need of testing, in my opinion.
I would sort of disagree, because one of the applications you stated was its use in ropes. I thought that if the material was very biodegradable, people wouldn't invest the time to make ropes with it and leave them lying around and they would start falling to pieces. So I think that there is a particular compostability biodegradation test, which I think would be quite suitable for you to try.
Sir, actually, many details are still under process. So I told you just in the beginning that the final work is still not over. So everything, all the details are being done.
So it seems a lot better than
this plant used by many industries to isolate ecogenic. There is another plant like Milan, isolate ecogenic. And ecogenic is like 12 hydroxy. That's it. 12 hydroxy, that's it. And this one is because it has already inbuilt your hydroxy. It has very high premium value. And this product, they take out tools and isolate ecogenic and they throw. There is available free. You can make use of that. I'm sure it's very good.
I guess my
in India, like Glaxo was making England is making another Jammu Kashmir area also. So there is huge amount of waste. So they are basically burning some of people are using. If she finds use, I'm sure the byproduct of that.
I guess it's actually a frequent statement I see at conferences is that a chemical or a material is stated as biodegradable without there actually ever being a reference point to prove that.
That's the question.
So I don't suppose that's just not
Only thing is, it says it's mostly carbon and nitrogen. So no silica.
It is biodegradable.
There is silica, then there is carbon. I don't know.
Yeah.
Complete analysis of that. But definitely this is a byproduct of the industry.
So I have one more question. As any fiber, fibers normally tend to absorb water, so you are expecting the fiber to swell, and they don't swell. They should swell as any fiber. So what happens during the rainy seasons? During rainy seasons, that it's going to swell. Then when heat comes, it's going to contract, swell, contract. So do you expect any type of problems, maybe like cracking the cement, or anything that might happen because you are exposing the fiber to
Yep.
different temperatures and humidities?
I think the extent of swelling which you are just thinking of, it will not be there, one thing. And again I said that all these things are under trial only, but it will be. like the moisture content and everything we are testing on it. And there won't be any threat like this, what you are thinking. But we are not saying that that this is the final result and it can be used or it will be used in place of asbestos. Still the work is. Of course, asbestos is too user-friendly, I should say, if we just leave the environment and the health of a person. It's so easy to use, so people are using it. Of course, it has got uses. But all those things, we have to see it in this fiber. If it is there, definitely it will replace the asbestos.